achieve effective training, it's imperative that trainers adequately prepare before any training session. A good training course structure allows a trainer to deliver efficiently. And so the question is, how does a trainer prepare adequately for a training course? Let's listen in.
Hello participants, my name is Dennis Mushiri and I'm here to take you through the organization of a training course. Each training course gives a phase of the activities that are involved in the development of a training sequence, starting with the course description. The course description tries to demystify the objectives of the course, the participants that will be involved, the partners, and most importantly, identifying or introducing the topics. Each course is divided generally into three parts. Part one, we talk of the design. And when we are looking at the design, the developer of this course tries to do three major things. One of them being to identify the needs for the learning, the objectives of the learning, and of course, most importantly, how they will measure the success of the learnings. The second part is the development, where we try to look at the many approaches that will be used. For example, the adult learning approaches, interactive learning approaches, and of course, most importantly, how to sequence the lessons and the learnings for the overall objective of the learning. The third one will be the delivery. And in the delivery, we try to look at how well you can be in a position to manage your interactions with your participants, as well as your facilitation skills and presentation skills, so that at the end of the day, the training will meet its overall objectives. We have two very major components in the design phase, one of them being setting the learning objectives. And when you talk about the learning objectives, we are basically looking at statements that quantify that the learners are understanding the overall aspects of the learning. For example, if our overall goal is to conduct a learning needs assessment using a gaps analysis, one of the overall goal or the ultimate goal or learning objective could be, at the end of the training, each learner should be in a position to define and quantify a gap that will be filled by the learning approach or the learning intervention. The second component is evaluation. Of course, in anything that we do, it's always good to know whether you're meeting the overall objectives of the intervention. There are several ways of measuring the evaluation of any training approach, but the one that has been used the most is what we call the Kirkpatrick's model, that tries to look at 4 levels criteria. The first level looks at reaction. How are the trainees reacting to the training? The second level talks about the learning. The learning, of course, tries to look at how well the objectives of the learning were achieved from a trainee's point of view. And here we can use many ways. For example, assessments, you can also use tests and such like things. The third level looks at behavior, and behavior tries to demystify on how the application of the knowledge that were captured or the knowledge that was gained, the skills that were gained, are being implemented in the world of work. How well are they utilizing these skills that they gained out of the training? And lastly, we look at the results. And the results, of course, this is trying to say whether it was this course worth? It's a cost-benefit analysis, trying to see whether it was important for the organization to invest in such an intervention or not.
A version of this work has been derived from a book titled Training Manual Guide for Life Skills and Work Readiness Programs, jointly authored by Professor Charles M.M. Ondieki, a lecturer at Multimedia University of Kenya, and Mr. Kaheho Ndongo, the Chief Executive Officer of CAP Youth Empowerment Institute. We highly appreciate their contribution towards the learning and teaching of life skills and work readiness skills skills in Kenya and the rest of the world. This digital version of the book will be very useful to both learners and teachers or trainers.